Welcome back to Baseline Fresh Detailing. We have in front of us a C4 Corvette. I had my client at the beginning of the summer come to me and ask for a basic wash, and then we would think about doing some protection to it later on down the line. He wanted me to make this gray paint pop again. This is the original paint on this Corvette, so I'm happy to see what the final result is going to be like. Please remember, leave a like and subscribe. Now, let's get into this Corvette exterior wash. This car is near daily driven. It gets regular road use, so there is some grime and buildup along the lower panels. As you can see on the front end, there looks to be mud splatter, and then all over the entire car and this rear end you can see there's some dust and pollen built up on the outside. It does stay in the driveway overnight, so it's open to the elements. So we're gonna start this summer off right and clean it up for my client. As you can see, this gray paint looks really good, especially for being 30 years old. This is the original paint, and there are some chips along some edges, so we have to be careful, but for the most part, it has held up really well. Underneath the hood is a V8. It sounds really good, and by modern standards, it's not that powerful anymore, but it feels really good on the road. I love these Corvettes. We start with a pre-rinse, and then we can go in with our pump sprayer full of ONR and give it a nice first layer, let it soak for a little while. Then I have my microfiber mitt and my Megs Gold Class car soap. Go in, wipe everything down panel by panel, work your way around the car. Moving on to detailing this roof area. This is a removable top on this car. It's partly a convertible, so it's really fun when the top is down. But you can see this glass part of the upper roof. It's just tinted, and you can kind of see the outside when you're in it driving, so it's a really cool effect. First I spray that down and then give it a thorough wipe with my microfiber mitt. I have a separate video up on my channel. It will be dropping pretty soon about just specifically focusing on the rims and the wheels. Check that out if you want to find some cool tips on doing car wheels. As we move along to the rear of the Corvette, you can see the really cool design that they have here on these lights. It takes a little bit of finesse to get into these corners and edges of these circles, but when you do it right, it looks really good. If you have a smaller tool to get into these edges, that's great. Here I'm just using my microfiber mitt, but for all of you detailers out there, a good tip is wrap a microfiber towel around the bottom of a toothbrush and use that point to get into some hard to reach areas. Once we've finished with our exterior wash, give it a thorough soak down, and then we can move on to our drying stage. This is not something that I usually include in my videos, so I thought maybe some people would like to see it. I have a large microfiber drying towel. It's a very large size and it can soak up a lot of volume of water. Usually one SUV dripping wet, I can actually dry it down fully without wringing out my towel once. So it's a really good quality towel. I love using it. Just let it sit on the panel that you're drying and gently pull it across. Let it do most of the work soaking it up. We don't want to scratch this nice new paint or add any damage around these chips, so we try to be a little bit more careful. As I was drying this car, you can see along the edge of this back glass piece, there actually was a leaf stuck along this edge. I had to carefully pull it out with my gloved hand, and then I took my bottle of O&R and I sprayed along that channel and tried to force out any debris that might be left behind. It's always good to have an O&R bottle on hand just in case you need to touch anything up, and it came in handy. So always look at these details, go back and fix what needs touching up. Using a large towel like this, it's very easy to, touch the ground or get it contaminated somehow. So be diligent about how you're using it. Use two hands, be aware at all times. But other than that, it's a great tool to have. Some guys have air hoses or they have air blowers. I don't really find that necessary. I can get it pretty dry with my towel, but if you want to go that route, you can use those as well. Once we're finally done drying, we can take a step back and see our work. This Corvette looks amazing. I love this gray paint. The fact that it's original and still held up is amazing, and it really pops now that we've cleaned it with Megs Gold Class. Stick around until the end. You can see my client's reaction as they drive away, and you can hear the rumble of that great V8 engine. If you like what you saw, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite part of this video was. This has been Baseline Fresh. I'll be here every Friday dropping a new video and a short video on Tuesdays.